Tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6, a teen has been arrested for bringing not one, but 2 guns to school. What authorities now want to charge him with. And we have an update on the construction happening on Broadmoor Boulevard in Pasco. The latest developments there coming up. A Richland restaurant is expanding. What that new spot, though, may mean for the current location come next year.
And grab your coat, your scarf, your gloves, your hat. You're going to need all those, and maybe even a snow shovel. All the details coming up in your First Alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. A 14-year-old boy has been arrested after authorities say he brought 2 loaded guns to Kamiakin High School earlier today. Officers with the Kennewick Police Department and Kamiakin School Resource Officer say they confronted the student after they were tipped off about the weapons. They say the boy was pulled out of his class and security went through his backpack where they found 2 handguns with loaded magazines. The boy was taken to the Juvenile Justice Center on suspicion of possession of a dangerous weapon and unlawful possession. Emergency responders were sent out to Tapteel Loop today after a railroad crossing arm collapsed. According to one of the construction foremen at the scene, they say they saw a commercial vehicle hit the railroad property and it took down the crossing arm. No word yet tonight on if anyone was hurt, but we do know at least 1 lane of traffic was closed and the entrance to Tapteel Loop was blocked until crews could clean that area up. And in Franklin County this morning, a school bus, a semi-truck, and a pickup and a car were all involved in a crash on Taylor Flats Road. That happened just before 7 a.m. just east of Elm Road. Authorities say the school bus and the semi were involved in a minor crash. There were children on board the bus at the time, but no one was hurt. But then 2 other vehicles then became involved in a separate crash due to speed at the original crash scene. Authorities say there were minor injuries in that second crash, and it took a little more than 2 hours for the road to be cleared. Work has officially begun on the I-182 and Broadmoor Boulevard interchange in Pasco. Drivers can expect to face delays navigating this area, especially between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. while crews are on site. Now, the contractor, Nelson Construction out of Walla Walla, has mobilized equipment as it begins the first phase of construction. This year-long project involves the creation of a new loop off-ramp from I-182 and a roundabout on Broadmoor Boulevard. It'll also complete a north-south route for cyclists and pedestrians. The city says it will clearly mark detours and alternative routes to minimize the disruption. And that freezing fog is dangerous on the roads. It's kind of beautiful too. I got to enjoy the view this afternoon working up in the Horse Heaven Hills area south of Tri-Cities. A good reminder though, this same ice that's forming on grass and brush also forms on the roads. That's why we've been warning you to be so careful out there this week. Stacy, it was so quiet out there and still my ears were just ringing today. Are we going to see more of this continuing?
Unfortunately, yes, the air stagnation advisory in place till 11 a.m. Thursday. Hopefully things will start breaking up as we have an active weather pattern headed our way. Please no outdoor burning and limit your wood stoves or wood fireplaces unless it's your main source of heat right now. Let's take a look again at what else is going on around the area. That inversion layer we've been talking about, it's caused by this warm air, typically can escape into the cooler air, but that's not what's going on right now. We have cold air trapped below a layer of warm air and colder air above. Again, that allows the low clouds and fog to stay put. Also keeps that contamination in our airwaves as well. 30 degrees right now. Dust Devil Giza Skycam. Winds are light at 6 miles an hour. Our feels like temp is 24. So look for patchy freezing fog and temperatures once again in the 20s. We've got air stagnation, air quality problems through Thursday. Wet weather headed our way a little bit later in the week, but we do have some major mountain snow to tell you about. That's all coming up in your First Alert weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. The 2023 November elections have officially been certified in several counties in our region. The deadline was today. You can find all of those certified results on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. You can just click on the election results box you see at the top of our website. That'll take you to the results, which you can search for by county. And we'll have a complete breakdown of the results coming up later this week. Now to an update on the legal battle involving the Pac-12. The Washington State Supreme Court has sided with the University of Washington and the Pac-12 and has put a hold on a previous ruling while the case is being appealed. So earlier this year, a ruling granted Washington State University and Oregon State University control of the conference as the two remaining schools. A Whitman County ruling then put a temporary restraining order in place to stop those two schools from acting as the only active members of the board. UW asked the Washington State Supreme Court to step in, and an emergency stay was granted to keep the restraining order in place. Now, the parties have until Thursday to file motions for the court to review. Tumbleweed's Mexican Flair, a restaurant in Richland, has been serving up food since the year 2000. And the restaurant has been working on expansions over the past year, with its food truck rolling out in March of this year. And most recently, Tumbleweeds has announced it's expanding into West Richland. The manager tells us the lease for their current building on Stevens Drive in Richland ends in a year, and they may or may not stay pending negotiations. Earlier this month, the Chicken Shack Tri-Cities posted to Facebook they were planning on moving out of their Van Giesen location in West Richland, and Tumbleweeds was moving in. Now, the manager says this brings in another audience for the restaurant.
Even though it's just right down the road, there's people, from Benton City or Prosser that's closer for them, and so they're very excited to have their opportunity at being closer to a Tumbleweeds.
He says the expansion does come with some changes. They'll have an updated menu, no more drive-through, and a patio space with potential for live music. Tumbleweeds gets the keys to the former Chicken Shack building this Friday, and the goal is to be open for customers at the start of February. Columbia Basin College announced it's been named as a Bellwether finalist and is competing in the 30th Annual Community College Futures Assembly in San Antonio coming up in February. CBC is one of 10 finalists in the Instructional Programs and Services category, specifically for its work with the math department at the college. In 4 years, they've taken strides to revamp the developmental math sequence, placement procedures, and introduction of intrusive advising, all in order to make improvements in the rates of students successfully completing college-level math. The biggest focus, they tell us, was on closing the equity gap between Hispanic and non-Hispanic students.
Because we're a Hispanic serving institution, we always look at the, closing the equity gap, and so we've seen students in the Hispanic community go from around 13% success rate in the first year of completing math to 29%. So it's gone substantially higher too.
Rod Taylor is the Dean for Math, Science, and Engineering at CBC, and he tells us the equity gap between Hispanic and non-Hispanic students had significantly narrowed as well. Bellwether Award finalists are colleges that work on addressing critical issues facing community colleges through applicable research and the promotion and replication of best practices for workforce development, instructional programs and services, and planning, governance, and finance. Today is Giving Tuesday, which is a big booster for organizations that rely on the spirit of the season to drive end-of-year donations. A number of charities will encourage online donations, and scammers are ready to take advantage. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with what to know this holiday season.
Amid the bustle of holiday shopping and spending, it's also a good time of year to give back. Unfortunately, scammers will deploy common tricks to take advantage of the busy season.
There's so many things that we interact with online and things that we do online, and that goes for both work and personal life, that, there are a lot of ways to get people to act.
Hank Schless of cybersecurity company Lookout says phishing scams, emails or text messages encouraging a recipient to follow a link to a fake website that looks like the real deal can prompt a consumer to give away critical information like logins and passwords.
Once they steal that, they'll go and they have these programs that can automatically try your credentials across thousands of other websites, including, banking websites and things like that.
As Americans make end-of-year online donations to support causes and groups, the Federal Trade Commission warns scammers often put pressure on consumers to donate right away, often using the name of a group that seems legitimate to cause confusion. Before giving, seek out websites that evaluate charities like the Better Business Bureau's Give.org, or check a charity's standing with the IRS. And use a credit card or check for donations. The FTC says asking for cash or gift cards can be signs of a scam. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
A record number of people may have shopped until they dropped over the holiday weekend. According to data released by the National Retail Federation today, roughly 200.4 million people shopped from Thanksgiving Day through Cyber Monday. However, the retail trade group says that shoppers spent an average of $321 during those 5 days. The NRF also says that for the first time ever, personal care or beauty items were among the top gifts that shoppers bought during that 5-day period. Now it's starting to look kind of like a winter wonderland, certainly feels like it out there. Taking a look outside, we are talking more fog and when you could possibly see a change coming up. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 6, a big day for Giving Tuesday. Columbia Industries gets a boost from a popular coffee shop chain. We're talking about how they made it all happen.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
There's more to life than the car you drive. It's the smell of fresh air and thrill of the outdoors, the celebration of life, and the family that lives it with you. It's those little moments you wish would never end. Whether you need room for 8 or enough torque for your weekend escape, no matter what your adventure, Corwin Ford will help you get there. Corwin Ford. Family driven for over 100 years.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
This December 1st to 3rd, experience the magic of the season during Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend. Kick off the weekend with wine, music, and fun at the Barrel Full of Money auction. Then, sip and savor your way throughout the weekend, tasting some of Walla Walla's renowned wines straight from the barrel. And the whole family can enjoy Walla Walla's charming downtown shops, indoor holiday markets, and the dazzling holiday parade of lights. Come join Holiday Barrel Weekend festivities. Visit Walla Walla December 1st through 3rd and taste the season.
Tomorrow on GMA, jumpstart your morning with Oscar winner Julianne Moore and Dennis Quaid live. Then it's an amazing holiday deals and steals extravaganza for you. And this week, the Golden Bachelor himself in an all-new interview. What will Gary say now?
Good morning, America.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. The community has recently been rallying around a Richland ice cream shop. Earlier this fall, the Amethyst Creamery on George Washington Way was broken into twice in 1 week. And then just this week, the owner, Doug Tallman, put out a notice on social media saying the store would temporarily close while he takes care of his wife, who he says was in the hospital. And during this time, while the shop was closed, more than a dozen businesses in the Tri-Cities, led by Tumbleweeds Mexican Flair, have started Amethyst Week, where some sales are headed straight to supporting the Amethyst Creamery.
It really shows what our community is all about, and when the call for help is out there, people show up, and it says a lot about our community and what we care for and what our values are.
So over on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com, you can find a list of all of the businesses that have announced they're taking part in Amethyst Week. That includes restaurants to construction companies, tattoo shops, and even more. Valley-wide country stores are holding a pet food donation drive this holiday season to support Meals on Wheels for pets. It's a service offered by People for People to homebound seniors in Yakima County. Over the past 5 years, Valley-wide has been able to collect at least 6 tons of pet food for this program. And company officials say it's a great way to help those seniors because for some of them, their pets might be their only companions during the holidays.
We hear stories of them choosing between spending money on medication, food for themselves, or food for their pets. We felt like this is a great outlet to help ease some of that burden for them.
So people can drop off donations at the stores in Zillah and Sunnyside starting now, and at the Grandview store after their grand reopening coming up Saturday, December 9th. On this Giving Tuesday, Columbia Industries in Kennewick was on the receiving end of a donation from Dutch Bros. Local Dutch Bros coffee operators presented over $8,300 to Columbia Industries this afternoon. Those funds came from the company's Day of Giving back in October, when $1 from every beverage was set aside specifically for Columbia Industries.
One of the major things here is helping a piece of the community that is in need, that may not be getting the same assets that we all get. And we can kind of provide a platform for the community to rally around and help each individual piece of the community. And here's another piece we get to help.
But it helps fund our mission services. So we're working directly with individuals with disabilities and other life barriers on employment opportunities, vocational training. And then today we're standing in our community center, so it's our Center for Social Inclusion. It helps to fund all those things.
This was the second year that Dutch Bros made a donation to Columbia Industries through its Day of Giving.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, let's talk about that fog, those low clouds. That's continuing in our weather pattern at least through Thursday. That air stagnation advisory stays right there. Poor air quality, low visibility. Please no outdoor burning or limit time with wood burning fireplaces and stoves unless it's your only source of heat. Air quality, we're seeing moderate through the Tri-Cities into Hermiston in the Yakima Valley all the way up into Moses Lake tonight. Our visibility has improved today, but the low clouds and fog just linger in Walla Walla, and we're starting to see a little bit of fog development here in Prosser and in the Kittitas Valley. Inversion near the foothills, we've been seeing that day after day. This cold air is heavier. It's trapped down below. It can't get over the mountains, and that's the cause of that inversion layer in the foothills that we've been seeing of the blues in Walla Walla for the last several days, and that will continue through tonight. Right now 30 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. Our humidity 88%. That's that moisture in the air. Fog and freezing fog developing once again tonight. Our feels like temp is 24. It's chilly. Grab your coat, your scarf, your hat. You're going to need that tonight. And if you look out on the big picture, the radar and satellite sitting out there, big system. Here's the low clouds and fog hanging over our area. That big system getting ready to move into our area in just about 48 hours. So let's move through Futurecast. Wednesday, not too bad. Here comes that cloud cover even thicker. Late Wednesday night into Thursday morning is when we're going to see that first band of snow through the Yakima Kittitas Valley. This is mixed precip, rain mixed with snow right on the edge of Tri-Cities. Should come in the form of rain, but rain mix is possible and a little bit of snow falling through the Yakima Kittitas Valleys. We're also going to see heavy snowfall along the Cascade Mountains and then eventually making its way here to the Blue Mountains with mixed precip through the area. So we're not expecting a lot of accumulation in the lower elevations, but we could see some substantial snow in those mountains. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Now the model is saying we could get close to an inch of snow in the Yakima and Kittitas Valleys up the I-90 corridor, Snoqualmie Pass, a little over 2 inches, and this is just through Friday at noon. 7 inches near White Pass, and then further down south we'll see another 7 inches there. Moving into the Blue Mountains, we could see close to 5 inches. But let's fast forward into Saturday and take a look at these totals overnight. So we get heavy snow Friday all night into Saturday, 10 a.m. Look at this, 22 inches of expected accumulation, close to 2 feet. We're going to stay pretty similar, about 0.08, so just under an inch in the Yakima Valley. Tri-Cities might see a little bit of a skiff, but temperatures are going to start to increase. So we could see up to a foot of snow in Walla Walla. We're even going to see some snow towards the Spokane area. So just be prepared for some winter weather coming through the area. If you're planning on traveling those passes, be prepared for winter driving conditions. Our overnight lows once again tonight in the 20s all through the area. Tomorrow's daytime highs not very warm at all. Most of us are going to stay below the freezing level tomorrow. 31 for Hanford, Tri-Cities, Prosser at 32, 32 in Yakima. Let's plan your day tomorrow. Again, out the door, very chilly. Coat, scarf, hat, you're going to need all of that. Lots of fog in the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities, and those temperatures below the freezing level means freezing fog very possible. I saw some little pellets landing on my windshield today, and then those temperatures just really don't warm up at all. All right, still to come a little bit later, I've got your reason to smile and your 7-day planning forecast coming up. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Up next on Apple Valley News Now at 6, 'tis the season for holiday shopping, those special treats, and a rise in respiratory infections. The numbers health officials say they're seeing across the country as we get into the swing of the holiday season coming up.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month, free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Like a queen plush Sealy mattress for just $3.99.
Or an adjustable bed for just $9.99.
Or a king-size memory foam mattress for just $7.99.
Visit our showrooms or shop online at MattressDepotUSA.com.
But hurry, our November sales event ends soon.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show, an experience you will never forget. Discover Santa's all-new North Pole with holiday getaways starting at only $250.
A mysterious respiratory illness in dogs has now been reported in at least a dozen states, and researchers are still struggling to understand exactly what's happening. Scientists in New Hampshire haven't been able to identify any virus, bacteria, or fungus responsible. The disease appears similar to kennel cough and seems to spread more easily in high-volume areas like boarding and doggy daycare facilities and at dog parks. So far, vets haven't found any medication or therapy that this disease, whatever it is, responds to. And after a busy holiday travel weekend, respiratory virus season for humans is ramping up across most of the country. Mandy Gaither has a look at the latest data and how to keep yourself and your family healthy.
Across the U.S., flu, COVID-19, and RSV are spreading.
It is that time of year, and we know that all of the respiratory viral illnesses are starting to ramp up.
Flu cases are rising across most of the country, especially in Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, and South Carolina. While outpatient visits for flu-like illnesses are lower than this time last year, they're still higher than the previous 4 seasons. COVID-19 hospital admissions and emergency department visits are also on the rise again after a few weeks of decline.
I was in the hospital on call this holiday weekend, and I'm certainly starting to see more people being hospitalized, mainly with COVID.
Dr. Kristen England with Cleveland Clinic says it's not too late to protect you and your family through vaccination. More than a third of adults and children have gotten a flu shot this year. When it comes to the new COVID-19 vaccine, nearly 16% of adults and just over 6% of children have gotten it, and nearly 15% of adults ages 60 and up have gotten the new RSV vaccine.
Vaccinations will always be the key way to prevent the transmission of any of these respiratory viral illnesses.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Now, Dr. England also says if you suspect you may have COVID-19, it's still important to do that at-home test so that you're aware if you have the virus and can take proper precautions to avoid spreading it to other people. We'll be back with more right after this, but first, Stacey Lee has your reason to smile.
And a beautiful Seattle Thanksgiving sunset. Diana on the west side. Thanks for sharing, Diana. Reason to Smile brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental in Pasco. Remember to have your weather photo featured. All you have to do is get outside, snap it, send it in to slee@applevalley.newsnow.com.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
If you missed out on getting a McRib in the past, here's your chance to get one before you miss out again. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar December 7th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Come see Kimberly Perry of the Grammy Award-winning trio The Band Perry live in concert. Friday, January 12th, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Hear hits like If I Die Young and Better Dig 2, as well as new music from Kimberly's new solo EP, Super Bloom. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Kimberly Perry at Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, January 12th.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it. You deserve something better. And better. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance. We have plans with as low as $0 out-of-pocket premiums, a network of local doctors, and a rewards program for making healthy choices. Nice. That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance. So call us or go online now. And Better Health. On a mission for better.
Or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your community Chevy dealers.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar December 7th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The Valley Mall in Union Gap is getting into the holiday spirit as it unveils its Festival of Trees. We'll talk about why each tree is significant to our communities. And it's a public shooting range that promises a unique experience. That's coming up on tonight's Fly the Northwest. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
It's Giving Tuesday, and today the Valley Mall in Union Gap started a new tradition with the Festival of Trees. Local nonprofits decorated holiday trees, and people who donated money to their organization got a chance to win that tree in a raffle. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us this wasn't just about raising money.
The biggest goal of the event was to raise awareness about the local nonprofits and the work that they do in the community. And I got a chance to speak to all of them.
You know, we hear little bits and pieces around town, but to really get here and get to talk to them and find out what their mission is and who they are and who they support is so important.
For Yakima Valley Partners Habitat for Humanity, it's about building homes for people who wouldn't be able to afford them otherwise.
It makes such a difference in the lives of people. There's people who would love to have a home. They would take wonderful care of it. They just don't have the means to get into a home.
And every donation helps make that happen.
It can go towards a window, it can go towards a drain, it can go towards a door, it can go towards any part of the house because there's so many parts that are needed.
For Yakima Pride, it's about programs that help everyone feel safe, seen, and included.
It creates hope, hope for change, hope for the LGBTQ community in Yakima Valley and beyond, Central Washington.
Right now, they're working on an LGBTQ library.
Books for various ages, K through 12, as well as adults. And a lot of these have amazing stories and coming out stories, and we want to build that library so it's accessible to LGBTQ youth in the Valley.
For Team Yakima Volleyball Club, it's about giving young people across the region a chance to play volleyball.
We really want to try to spend 2 hours an evening, right, during the week with these kiddos in a positive atmosphere, growing not just volleyball skills, but life skills.
Donations going to their scholarship program to make sure money isn't a barrier.
Find ways to go, okay, let us help you participate, because that's an opportunity to keep kids safe.
For the Wellness House, it's about helping people with cancer or autoimmune issues, regardless of their income.
We have wigs and hats and prosthesis and support groups, and all of our services are free to everyone in the community that is suffering from that.
Donations help them expand.
That's kind of our major focus for 2024, is to be able to provide more programs and more services.
And for Rod's House, it's about serving young people 18 to 24 experiencing homelessness or housing instability.
Providing services that our young people desperately need: clean clothes, a place to shower, a place to just chill and exist, a hot meal every single day, things like that.
Right now, they need help to bring those young people some joy.
All of our young people fill out a wish list, and they tell us what they want for the holidays, and then we match them with members of the community to buy them those gifts.
And if you're looking for an opportunity to give beyond Giving Tuesday, Rod's House is also looking for donations of hand warmers, blankets, heavy winter coats, or anything else that the young people can use to keep warm as the weather gets colder. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. We've been talking about those really cold temperatures across the region, and now we're talking about maybe a chance of snow. Stacey Lee is tracking all of that in your First Alert weather forecast.
It's definitely in the realm, but let's talk about visibility, the cold air, the need for those hats, gloves and scarves. And again, we're seeing low visibility down to about 4 miles an hour in Walla Walla, better than they've been seeing the last couple of days. We're starting to see reduced visibility in Prosser. So yes, air stagnation, low clouds and fog still in the area tonight. So think about that. That air stagnation advisory is in place till 11 o'clock Thursday. And until then, we're just going to have to deal with this situation. But things are going to be changing pretty rapidly on the way. 30 degrees right now, dust devil sky cam. Winds are light at 6, but our field feels like temp is 24. Very chilly. And again, we're going to look for fog and freezing fog, which could cause slick roads. Look at these temperatures overnight. Chilly again. A little tiny bit warmer than last night, but still below the freeze-in level all through the area. Let's take a quick look at your 7-day planning forecast. We've got fog here in the Columbia Basin through Thursday. That's when that air stagnation advisory should expire, because we'll start to see moisture moving into the area. Now, we could see a little rain mix. We could see some snowflakes in the lower elevations, but we're really looking at some snow in the upper elevations through the Cascades and the Blues beginning Thursday night all the way through Saturday night and Sunday. We do have that warming trend, though. See those temperatures popping up as you get into our Sunday, Monday. So mostly rain here in the lower elevations, but fog and freezing fog a definite concern tonight. And I'll get more into detail about just how much snow we're expecting in the mountains coming up. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Federal authorities have launched an investigation after a hacking attack on a water authority near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, this is the latest in a series of cyber attacks in various cities across the United States targeting critical systems like public utilities and healthcare. Laura Aguirre is tracking the investigation into those attacks and who authorities believe may be behind them.
I'm surprised, but I'm not shocked. I mean, we've seen attacks from nation-state adversaries on a lot of our infrastructure.
Pennsylvania Representative Chris Deluzio reacting to one of the nation's latest critical system cyber attacks on an out-of-the-way municipal water authority in his state, in the city of Aliquippa, about 35 minutes northwest of Pittsburgh. Local officials say an automated control system manufactured by the Israeli-based company Unitronics shut down Friday. When it was rebooted, a message appeared on a monitor screen saying,
"Our system had been hacked by legal right from the Cyber Avengers, down with Israel."
The Department of Homeland Security is now investigating the attack by the self-proclaimed Cyber Avengers. Federal officials say it's a pro-Iran, anti-Israeli group that has claimed several similar attacks on X, formerly Twitter. Aliquippa authorities confirmed that no customers lost water service, as workers were able to operate the affected system manually. But it's one of several U.S. infrastructure alarm bells in recent days. Since Thanksgiving Day, several hospitals in East Texas and New Jersey have been forced to scale back patient care after separate suspected ransomware attacks crippled critical technology systems. Authorities in both states are working with federal investigators to find out what happened and resume full operations.
We've got to make sure we're giving local governments and state governments the means to protect themselves against bad actors who are sophisticated, countries like Iran, China, North Korea.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Now, over the last 9 months, cyber attacks have also forced ambulances to be diverted from hospitals in Connecticut, Florida, Idaho, and also in Pennsylvania. Now, the United States has delivered more than 54,000 pounds of United Nations humanitarian supplies to the people of Gaza. The supplies include medical needs, warm clothing, and food. Additional supplies are expected in the coming days. The International Committee of the Red Cross also says it has successfully facilitated the release and transfer of 12 hostages freed by Hamas today. That includes 10 Israelis and 2 foreign nationals. And Elon Musk has agreed to operate Starlink in Gaza, but only with Israel's approval. Israeli officials say the Starlink satellite units can only be operated in Israel with the approval of the Israeli Ministry of Communications. That includes the Gaza Strip. In late October, Musk said that Starlink would support connectivity to internationally recognized aid organizations in Gaza. That's after the territory suffered a loss of internet service. We're talking about very cold temperatures in our area, but changes are on the way. That's coming up in your first alert forecast. And still ahead, a place you can go for a unique experience and an added bonus if you enjoy shooting ranges. Fly the Northwest is next.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Don't wait. Get Black Friday prices all month long now at Mattress Depot USA. Plus, get 0% financing for 5 years or pay just $39 down and get 100 days same as cash.
Mattress Depot USA.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
Sleep Shop and Furniture has expanded. To celebrate, all living room furniture is up to 35% off. A queen-size gel mattress for only $399 on hand with immediate delivery. Up to 18 months seamless cash and no credit financing available. Quality furniture, affordable prices.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
You don't have to wait until Black Friday to get the best prices of the year on appliances. Fred's Black Friday sale is on now.
Save big on this Samsung laundry pair, marked down to only $679 each, a total savings of $740. That's over 35% on the set.
This smart, family-sized washer can wash an entire load with full performance in only 28 minutes. Don't miss Fred's Black Friday sale going on now.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar December 7th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then, give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
This holiday season, think big.
And shop small.
Please support the small businesses in our community.
It never hurts to shop local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Welcome back. Tonight we're taking a trip to a fairly unique public shooting range on Idaho State Park's land, and it's a way you've never before experienced. This is Fly the Northwest.
We're at the Farragut Shooting Range Center. It's owned and operated by Idaho Fish and Game here in the Panhandle region. This place is a resource for people that hunt and enjoy shooting sports. So the range, we've got a 50-yard range, a 100-yard range, and a 200-yard range. People can shoot rifles, they can shoot handguns, muzzle loaders. We also have 4 shotgun trap shooting stations where people can bring clay pigeons and simulate an experience of shooting a bird on the wing, which is always fun. The range itself is staffed by 1 Idaho Fish and Game employee and then an awesome crew of volunteers, range safety officers that are all certified through the NRA, and safety is top priority. Idaho Fish and Game is the entity that is charged with managing the fish and wildlife resources for the people of the state of Idaho. So we don't receive any general tax fund. All of what we do is funded by the sale of licenses and tags. So we care a lot about our stakeholders, which are the sportsmen of Idaho. So we listen to them. We are here exclusively to serve them and to make sure that the fish and wildlife resources that Idaho is so well known for, that those continue well into the future for future generations. Archery opportunity is, I think it's really exciting. We have a 3D archery range that is a trail through the woods. It's about a mile long. People can walk through this trail and they'll find 20 different shooting stations that have different archery targets ranging from white-tailed deer to elk.
Well, that range is in the North Idaho near the south end of Lake Pend Oreille, close to the town of Bayview. And it is open every day of the year, but they have to close sometimes if there's too much snow.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And speaking about snow, let's talk about what's going on. Before we zoom in, I want you to take a look at this picture. Again, we've been seeing clouds come down, the cold air from Canada, but check this guy out. This is an atmospheric river, and that is going to start moving in. That's going to bring us a series of storms in the form of snow, rain mixed with snow, and lots of rain, specifically in the eastern part of the state. Here's Futurecast, but looking pretty good. We have clear skies other than the low clouds and fog tomorrow. Then it gets thicker as we get into Thursday morning. That's when we'll start to see those snow showers coming through the Yakima-Kittitas Valley, down the lower valley. Rain mixed with snow headed towards the area down the Columbia River Gorge. You're going to have active weather here for a couple of days in a row. Here comes some light snowflakes falling between Ellensburg and Yakima. Rain down the valley into the Columbia Basin, where we could see rain mixed with snow and heavy rain showers at times. There is the snow. We're going to see that across I-90, Snoqualmie Pass. White Pass is going to see several inches of snow, and then the system begins to move to the east. We'll see some heavy snow developing here in the Blue Mountains down the I-84 corridor between Pendleton and LeGrand, where we typically have travel issues when we have these kind of active weather periods. And we're going to continue to see that. Now, Futurecast is saying this as far as snow goes by noon on Friday, about 0.8, so just under an inch for Yakima, Ellensburg area. But check out White Pass, nearly 8 inches. We could see about 2 inches across Snoqualmie Pass. Down the Cascade Range, 7.3 inches. That's near Mount Adams. Moving into the Blues, look at this. We could see close to 5 inches there. This is Friday. And then let's fast forward into Saturday. Futurecast is showing quite a bit more snow, maybe up to a couple of feet here in the Cascades. That's White Pass, 6 inches across Snoqualmie. Will stay pretty light. Yakima, not going to see a ton of accumulation there. That will probably melt because the temperatures are going to start to warm, but we could see a foot of snow in Walla Walla. So very active weather coming up as we head towards the weekend. On top of that, we have our air stagnation advisory. We've been dealing with that. That's going to expire on Thursday morning. Low clouds, poor visibility, no outdoor burning. Right now, our air quality, not bad, but definitely impacting our area with moderate air quality. So folks that are sensitive might have issues with that. It hasn't gotten to the unhealthy zone, but we'll keep an eye on that pretty closely for you. Visibility has been a concern on and off with the fog and freezing fog. Much better visibility in Walla Walla, better than we've seen for the last few days, but we still have a lot of moisture in the air and still a cold night to get through. 30 degrees on our Dust Devil Sky Cam. Our winds are at 6 miles per hour, and our feels like temperature is a 24 degrees. So grab a coat. It is a chilly night tonight. Here's our temperatures overnight around the area. We'll drop down into the 20s for most of us. I see a couple of teens there, Moses Lake and Ellensburg. For tomorrow, those temperatures don't get much warmer than these overnight lows. In fact, they only just barely get above the freezing level, just in about 31, 32 degrees in the Columbia Basin area. Foothills of the Blues, 20s and low 30s. Same things up the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Planning your day out tomorrow, going to be chilly out the door. Look at the fog. It's going to be present in the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities most of the day. Temperatures are going to struggle to make it past 30 tomorrow. So very cool, very cold, another gloomy day, but things are going to start shifting late Wednesday night into Thursday, where we're going to see some very active weather. I'll get to your 7-day planning forecast here in just a few minutes. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. Up next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30. As the year is starting to wind down, the House of Representatives is seeing some challenges and some rocky roads ahead. We'll explain when we come back.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin, Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Save big during Cyber Week at Buy-Mart. Check out our special online-only items, from gaming consoles and accessories to TVs, printers, and so much more. Shop these deals through December 3rd at buymart.com.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or hauling a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
You wouldn't buy a car without a test drive.
So why buy a mattress in a box from an online marketing company without ever knowing if it's right for you?
Don't go through the hassle of returning a mattress when you can get it right the first time.
Mattress Depot USA has top quality mattresses that you can actually touch and feel.
Made by local manufacturers.
You're gonna love our prices.
And same-day delivery. Try getting that online.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Welcome back. The House of Representatives returned to work in Congress today with a big to-do list. Republicans continue to face challenges as they're leading with a very slim majority in the House. Julia Benbrook says that majority could become even smaller as New York Representative George Santos faces possible expulsion.
Members of the House of Representatives are back on Capitol Hill with important agenda items to address: aid to Israel, the annual defense policy bill, and multiple government funding bills.
We're optimistic that we'll be able to get those negotiated and done in time so that we will not be facing a government shutdown.
But House Republicans face unique challenges as they lead with a very slim majority.
When you only have 3 or 4 votes to spare and a lot of people want a lot of different things, there's just simply no compromise to be had to keep the funding open with just Republican votes.
And the small majority could get even smaller. Congressman George Santos, a Republican from New York, is facing possible expulsion.
What that does do is complicate the math for Republicans, right? And especially Speaker Johnson, where you remove a reliably conservative vote for all of these things that we've talked about that Republicans want to pass, and you create a vacancy when you can't afford to have any votes missing.
A bipartisan House Ethics Committee released a scathing report earlier this month, finding evidence that he broke federal laws, stole from his campaign, and delivered a, quote, constant series of lies to get elected.
Now, Santos denounced the investigation, calling the report biased, but after its release, he did announce that he will not run again in 2024, regardless of the outcome, which means his seat is up for grabs next year. We'll have a final look at your local forecast when we come back.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, Pai Gow, Heads Up Hold'em, or High Card Flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
I'm Buzz the Bee from the Painting Bees. I'm a local bee. I started painting houses, and here I am. So what do? We're a local painting company. We paint exterior, we do interior painting, and cabinetry as well. And we're here to take care of everybody, even the DIYers. And so why shouldn't you do this by yourself? Because of our combined 15 years of experience painting homes in the Tri-Cities area. So if you're interested in a free estimate, visit our website or call us at 509-591-8160.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. King and Kopstein for a free live webinar December 7th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Next ET.
Hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and this is my ET retrospective.
Rob's epic Hollywood career.
Wow, that's really mortifying.
Uncensored. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Maybe I got time and I'll let it go. I said, look, Mom, I ain't got no brains.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
All right, check this out. A lot of people were taught in school that a meteorite wiped out the dinosaurs, but now an international study is suggesting there might be more to the story. So researchers collected samples of rocks from Western India, and they're now estimating that huge volcanic eruptions around 200,000 years before the dinosaurs went extinct released enough sulfur and fluorine into the atmosphere to trigger a global drop in temperatures known as a volcanic winter. That does not sound good. Study authors say the repeated volcanic winters would have made life difficult for all plants and animals, and they say this helped set the stage for dinosaurs to go extinct. But it took 200,000 years of this.
And
so
we're finding this out now.
Well, it's amazing what they can learn from rocks these days.
There you go. All right, as far as winter goes, not a volcanic winter, but we're definitely heading that way this late in fall. Let's go ahead and take a look at that 7-day planning forecast. Yakima. Chilly, cold temperatures. Look at that, overcast, gray, gloomy. And then there's that wintry mix that could happen Wednesday night into Thursday night into Friday morning with those overnight lows. Very, very cool, but definite moisture heading our way. That's what an atmospheric river looks like on the 7-day planning forecast. Here's what Tri-Cities is looking like. We're dealing with that fog and freezing fog the next couple of days, and then moisture more so in the form of rain since we do get those warmer temperatures. In fact, 50s aren't out of the range of high temperatures coming up. So that'll be a nice little break from these really chilly temperatures. Here's what it looks like. Walla Walla, very wet, atmospheric river, wintry mix. Mountains, going to see a lot of snow. Definitely plan for winter traveling if you're going over Snoqualmie or any of the passes this weekend.
Maybe stay inside and watch a movie.
There you go.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com, and we're back tonight at 11.